fight. Missiles are on hand and we're ready to kick Sol's tail. Now help me take down that gate. The Locust truck needs cover to advance. Push through. Damn, this feels good. We're finally fighting side by side.
It is a pleasure to lay waste to this scum with you.
The outbounders are calling the shots now. Not Sol.
Crimson Resistance. No one's on their own. Everyone, take Conway and get back to HQ. We've got it from here. They've all risked enough. It's up to us now, Vault Hunter. This way, the elevator.
More of the Timekeeper's puppets!
This is our only chance to take Sol down. The people we lost. I can't let them die in vain.
Progress often requires sacrifice. It does not make the loss any easier, but you will realize its worth when Sol is gone.
We're in this together, remember? I don't care what I have to do. Sol dies today. Just a few adjustments in the...
I see your dirty face hide behind your collar. What is done in vain? Truth is hard to swallow. So you pray to God, justify the way you live a lie, live a lie, live a lie.
Tell them to wait for Idolator Sol. Straight to your front door.
Will you meet your
This may be my best work yet. Get far enough away from the blast zone.
I'll join you once I activate the detonation sequence.
No.
Conway always said I was a terrible liar. Guess they just know me too well.
This lie better not be what I think it is, Rush.
Remote detonation won't work. Realized it while you were fighting. Has to be triggered manually. Sol will retaliate if we don't do this now. Tell Conway I love him, okay? And that I'm sorry. Go and finish this. Just like I said, I've got you.
Rush! Do not worry, Abby. I will remain by your side.
Wait. What the? Where am I?
Emergency fast travel complete. I've got him, Vault Hunter. You go finish the job.
Zadra, I'm alive. How?
You have the look of a man ready to do something foolish. I thought I'd do my best to prevent that.
Thank you. Look, what I said to you before.
No, you were right. I spent centuries at the Timekeeper's side. His coldness seeped into me. Still defrosting. Now to the matter at hand. Another of Sol's airships is preparing to launch. Stop it.
And then Sol himself. I'm gonna hold you to your promise, Vault Hunter.
Just leave it to me.
You defended the Outbounders. You killed my spy master. You took
This stuff didn't do them much. Doctors is I get blood on my hands, so you don't have to. Oh, you'll be back. Soon, I'm sure.
weakness. Rebellion is desperation. The Timekeeper was right about your kind. Chaos cannot be allowed to thrive. Come now. Flesh melt and serve me. Fulfill your purpose and die.
That's your head! The sun of Plato serves me well! That's your weapon against mine!
Don't stop, turn that up, take it higher. Take this mother up, start a riot. Don't stop, turn that up, take it higher. Take this mother up, start a riot. There's a glitch inside my system, rushing through my whole existence. Got me twisted, can't resist it. Something flipping on my switches. Take 'em, break 'em, make 'em feel it. Mix it up and mass appeal it. Pressure is riding me hard. Killer go right to my heart. And there's no antidote. And there's no antidote. And there's
That's Sol's airship. It's the same type that struck the Outbounders before. If it launches, there's no way they'll survive again.
More of the Order are moving in!
I can't cancel the launch from here, and there's no way to get you inside. Get closer somehow. That's your only hope for stopping it.
My grenade calls for flex!
The refueling platform. If you raise it, you should be able to reach the ship.
I will avenge
Gold Hunter, activate the refueling platform. Quickly! It's your only path to the airship.
Has already
Well done. There's no sense attempting to blow up the ship. You'd turn to goo along with it. If you can release the docking clamps, that should sabotage the launch sequence. And buy you time to take down Sol.
A gun is simply not enough to stop me! Bullets, perhaps!
I feel like a rat in a hat! Let me die!
The first clamp is down.
Good. Now hurry to the others. We're cutting it close, Vault Hunter. Do not let that airship launch.
Timekeeper's servants approach.
obligation of the weak is to nourish the strong. You will die, and I will return to the Timekeeper's side. May we rule forever.
Rush, Zadra, it is finished. Sol is dead.
Hell yes! Oh, it's really over. We all owe you one. I'll meet you back home at the launch pad.
And I will stay here. That amount of revelry might overwhelm. But well done.
Dead. I'd ask you to stay and celebrate the victory with the rest of us, but you're not exactly.
So you may have noticed I had like a level spike where I was suddenly another level higher when I reached the boss area. That's because I went back and replayed this mission instead. It's also why I had slightly better gear than before. Because the very first time I did the boss, so the first part of the video was my very first time doing the mission, and I was not expecting, I didn't know what the stupid boss mechanics were, and I ended up dying, I think twice, because I couldn't figure out the stupid, like, rain thing he does, I guess, where he just causes acid to just fall from the ceiling. And I got frustrated thinking it was a dumb instant wipe mechanic, and I'm like, great, a stupid DPS check, boss. Just what my tank build needs, a stupid DPS check. Thankfully, it wasn't that when I looked online to see what nonsense was going on. And I still hate the boss, but I'm just glad I could do it on my own finally. I'm like, okay. So when I saw the nonsense going on, it's like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to try easy difficulty, especially because a lot of players were saying they couldn't even beat it on easy. So like, well, let's see how this goes. And yeah, it was pretty easy once I figured out, okay, you got to move into the right area to avoid taking all that damage. But then when I did it, I realized, I could probably do this on normal difficulty, the one I'm on again. So you know what? Just to prove something to myself, let me replay the mission on replay the boss on normal, so I can just prove it to myself. And in this video, it's like, yeah, second time around, honestly, it didn't even feel that challenging. Because I can just out-tank it all, even during that phase, because I can just usually tank it very well while I just get to the zone I need to be in. I realized, too, if I ever fight this guy again, I'm starting to think my melee skill, my Forge Fist, I really, like, it does such pitiful damage against bosses, as I learned online too. I looked into, like, builds, like the endgame builds. Everyone made this guy low because of his boss damage, but I didn't really care because everybody said he was the tankiest guy, so I'm like, well, that's what I want to make right now. I don't care about if he takes forever to kill a boss right now. So that's what I did, and yeah, but the thing is, it's still useful, though, if you think about it, because I'm thinking now, if I ever go to a boss fight, what I should use my Forge skill instead of meleeing the boss itself, I should activate it just to get that insanely great tank buff with the, constant healing on my armor, and then use it to also attack minions between shooting the boss, basically. And then if I kill minions with it, that gives more duration to it. So it can keep going longer, too, on top of it. So, looking back at this video, I'm thinking, yeah, that probably would have been even better if I used it that way. And then also, because of that, I could actually time it to probably use it during, like, that worst phase when he's calling down the acid from the ceiling. So I just have constant healing during it while I'm running to the safe spot to make me even safer, you could say, that way. Probably would have made the fight even easier. But regardless, I got it done. I'm still trying to figure out this build. The basic synergy I'm learning right now, though, is like, okay, I want to increase my melee damage, of course, because that's what is the build, and that is also what gives me more tankiness by giving me more healing through the melee, the overshield buff. So I do want to get melee damage buffs, but that's still not the top priority. The top priority, as always, is to be an ultimate tank. So I need that for the tankiness, but I still want to make sure I'm stacking health. No, not really health, really, so much as armor. Like because that's clearly more important for durability than health. So if my armor if my health gets breached, that's when I have to, activate my skill or whatever to go into emergency mode. So in the future, it's like, okay, I need to buff my armor, rather, my shield as much as possible, my damage mitigation from all sources, from all elements as much as possible, while also still trying to get good melee damage. Probably not the best, because I'm probably going to sacrifice some melee damage to make sure my base tankiness is still very good. To do that combo, so to make an ultimate tank that way. And as for weapons, probably I'm thinking, like, I've learned in this video too, like, secondary fires on guns, where the guns that, like, shoot, like, homing rockets and laser blasts, especially if they have a low ammo count, because that makes them just more powerful. Like, if I use all 4 different guns that all 4 have a really powerful secondary to them, and I just cycle between them as that secondary is ready to use between cooldowns, that's frankly ideal, I think, for my damage, too, on this kind of build, because it's like melee and tanking is going to be the priority, which means I'm not going to be shooting as much as other dudes will, but I am going to be shooting, so I feel like I should make my guns as high of a damage per hit, specifically, as possible. Not necessarily DPS guns, where if you just shoot forever, they do a lot of DPS, because I'm not going to be able to shoot that much. So what I need are guns. Shotguns are obvious, but I'm thinking also like rocket launchers, stuff like that, stuff that just does a massive amount of damage in a very short time, that I can also like cycle between my multiple guns while they're ready, between like meleeing enemies and, just being a tank, obviously. So I think that's synergy. And then, of course, reducing my action skill cooldown, which is why I'm still using that rep kit, even though it's under-leveled now, because I only use it right after my forge skill goes on cooldown to immediately reduce it a bunch, so I can get it back quicker. And I'm sure there's stuff you can probably stack on that, too, to make it so that maybe you can almost always be in your forge skill, your tank melee skill on aiming all the time in the end game, maybe, if you get the right stuff, the right synergy on your gear. So I'll be looking into that, obviously, because obviously the best thing to tank on him is that skill, is always being in that skill. So anything that can make it so I'm always in that skill is what I want to do. And by always, I also mean a more reliable way than just getting kills. Because I know you can get kills and stuff, but obviously, like, that's never a guarantee, especially in boss fights. And I want to get something where it's like, I need something to, like, really exploit the cooldown, basically. It's like, because it has a long cooldown. And this rep kit I have now mitigates it some. I'm hoping there's other stuff to further stack with it, so that even when my forge skill goes on cooldown, I can still massively reduce it so much that I can get it back within just a few seconds rather than, a minute as it is right now, which is still ridiculous to me. I think Eamon needs some love on the cooldown front, because that is just a ridiculously long cooldown for his main skills. But, oh well. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now in the game.